Welcome back to Dark Cinema Recaps. Today we're going to be taking a look at 2008 The Strangers. Now I am going to call this Stranger Things as I've done about 16 times before doing this, and I'm inevitably going to do that, so please forgive me. This video is brought to you by regular commenter of this channel, Brenda Keane. Now, originally, she did ask for Strangers Pray at Night, which is a direct sequel to this film, which, I'll be honest, I didn't even know existed until I read that comment, so give me a few weeks on that. I need a chance to actually watch it and go over it. But The Strangers is a home invasion film from 2008. It's arguably one of the best in the genre. Movies similar to this, 2016's Hush, which is on Netflix. You've got 2022's Sick, which is on Peacock, which is a good one. And yeah, it's a film that I genuinely do enjoy. If you would like to get a shout out, if you want to see your film recapped, let us know in the comment section. We are working with about a 4 to 6 week waiting list at the minute. Is that because we get loads of comments and loads of requests? No, that's because we like to be prepared and we take it all seriously. So, Liv Tyler is the lead actress in this film, and she has a very, very famous dad. Let me know in the comment section who you think it is, and see if you're correct at the end. Now let's walk this way into this recap, because you won't want to miss a thing. James Hoyt and Kristen McKay arrive at night to James' isolated childhood summer home after attending a friend's wedding. Tensions abound between the couple, as Kristen rejects James's marriage proposal to her after the reception. James calls his friend Mike and asks him to pick him up in the morning. Shortly after 4 AM, there is a loud knock at the door. A young blonde woman, whose face is obstructed by poor lighting, asks the couple, "Is Tamara here?" James tells her that she's at the wrong house, and the woman leaves. James goes for a drive to purchase a pack of cigarettes for Kristen. Before he departs, he starts a fire in the hearth. While waiting for him to return, Kristen hears another knock at the door, but doesn't open it. Upon asking who it is, she learns it is the same woman from earlier, asking for Tamara. Kristen reminds her that she already came by and locks the door as she walks away. Kristen realizes the chimney flue is closed and attempts to open it. Smoke emanating from the fire triggers the smoke alarm. Kristen attempts to disarm the alarm when she's startled by another knock at the door and drops the alarm on the floor. Unnerved, she calls James's telephone from the landline, but their call is cut short. Kristen then returns to the kitchen, where unbeknownst to her, a masked man watches her from an adjacent hallway. Now, this is a creepy ass scene. I love the scene. I love this picture. It's genuinely like, this is when this film really gets going. And at this point, it doesn't fuck about. Kristen notices the smoke alarm she left on the floor is now sitting on a chair and realizes someone's been in the house. Upon going to retrieve her mobile phone from the charger, she finds it is missing and begins to panic. When she hears a noise from the backyard, she arms herself with a knife and opens the curtains to find the man in the mask staring at her. Horrified, she stumbles into the hallway and watches as the front door is forced ajar. When she tries to close the door, the blonde woman, now in a doll-like mask, peers inside. After locking the door, Kristen retreats to the bedroom, where she hears a loud crash before James returns. After she explains what happened, he goes outside to the car to obtain his phone, whereupon he finds a car ransacked and vandalized and sees Dollface watching him from afar. The couple attempt to leave in James's car, but Pinup Girl, a masked brunette woman, rear-ends them in a pickup truck, forcing them to flee back into the house. Kristen and James find a shotgun and wait for the intruders in a bedroom. Mike arrives and realizes something's wrong after seeing James's car vandalized. He enters the house. James, mistaking him for one of the intruders, shoots him dead! Like, oh god, that's just poor timing. Devastated, James remembers an old radio transmitter in the barn on the property. He leaves and encounters Pinup Girl searching in the backyard with a flashlight. When James tries to shoot her, the man in the mask ambushes him and knocks him unconscious, inadvertently discharging the shotgun. Kristen hears the shot and runs to the barn. She finds a radio, but Pinup Girl smashes it with an axe. Kristen rushes back to the house and encounters Dollface, who taunts her with a knife. She tries to escape but is knocked unconscious by the man in the mask. At dawn, the couple awaken to find themselves tied to chairs in the living room with the intruders standing before them. Kristen attempts to plead with the strangers before demanding an explanation, to which Dollface replies, "Because you were home." Oh my god, isn't that just a creepy, like one of the creepiest lines in horror? Why are you doing all this? Why are you doing this to us? Because you were home. No rhyme or reason to it, just because you were home. It's perfect, delivery's perfect, that line is perfect. God, I fucking love this film, man, it's awesome. The offenders unmask themselves to Kristen and James before taking turns stabbing them in the chest and abdomen. Afterwards, they drive away in their truck and come across two young boys on bicycles distributing religious tracts. Dollface steps out of the truck and asks if she can have one of the tract cards. One of the boys asks her, "Are you a sinner?" To which she responds, "Sometimes." The boys give her one, and the strangers drive away as Pinup Girl states, "It'll be easier next time." The two boys come upon the house where they discover the bloodied bodies of Kristen, James and Mike inside. One of the boys approaches Kristen's body and attempts to touch it. As she reaches out to her, Kristen, still alive, startles him, grabbing his hand and screaming. And Kristen is played by Liv Tyler, none only than the daughter of Steven Tyler of Aerosmith. Now, The Strangers, oh, I'm glad we got this, because when we get any kind of suggestion, we've got to go back and watch it to kind of get a bit of a feel for it again, because if you've got no refresher of the film and just kind of jump into one of these, you can tell it's monotonous, you're kind of like trying to piece it together in your head as you're going along. Literally just turned it off before doing this, and oh my god, I kind of thought first time it was a bit of a bore, but it's only like, yeah, you know, for like slasher type of horror, it's a bit slow, but for atmosphere, for like just the sheer creepiness of it, like certain scenes with the masked man where he's like stalked behind her and there's that long shot where he's in the corridor and you're just staring at Liv Tyler and it's like, oh fuck, he's got you now. And again, because you were home, that makes or breaks this film. If that line delivery isn't as perfect as what it is, this film falls flat. If it was some stupid reason that they were breaking into the house, this film falls flat. Why are you doing this to us? Because you were home. Perfect. I love it. I love it. Yeah, The Strangers, fantastic film, and I'm very grateful for this recommendation. And I will get around to Strangers Pray at Night at some point. I actually have no idea what that film is, and if it's anything as good as this one, it's something I'm sure as hell looking forward to.